Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's going on, all my great people? What's going on, all my boxing fans? Yeah, man, this is basically a reaction video. Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor going down at the Hulu Theater in New York. Oh my goodness, June the 10th. They had some words. This is my reaction. They had some words. You know, at the event, at the Shakur Yoshino event. They had some words, and I'm finna react. I guess we gonna watch. Before I really get into this fight, this is a good fight, man. This is a great fight. You know what I mean? I'm excited about this fight. Honestly, I'm excited, but I gotta get into this, man. They got it to. They exchange words. They basically, Josh Taylor said what he said. And T.O. said what he said. You know, I'm a little worried about this fight as well, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But let's get into this. Let me react to what these guys are saying. You know what I mean? Let me react to this. Let's get into it.
Thank you, Joe. Champ, Josh Taylor, we're all sorry about the passing of your mentor, Ken Buchanan. We know what happened when he went to Madison Square Garden against the great Roberto Duran. How does your fight with Teofimo Lopez end there?
My fight with Teofimo Lopez ends up the same way, except it's me knocking him out. So I'm completely 100%.
Hold on, time out. Hold on, time out. Hold on. He said he's going to knock Teofimo Lopez out. And guys, like I said, once again, I'm sorry I haven't been making videos in the past couple of days. I've been under the weather. I've been really sick, badly sick. I've been really sick, badly sick. And I'm feeling a little better now. You know what I mean? For the past couple of days, been really sick. And doing some really bad coughing, but I'm feeling a little better. Still a little fatigued, still a little under the weather, so I want to apologize. But Josh Taylor says, like, he's serious when he says that he's going to knock out Teofimo Lopez. He's so serious about that. And knowing that he's naturally the bigger fighter, naturally bigger, stronger, 140-pound fighter and champion, he really believes he's going to knock the smaller guy out. That's where he really believes. Now, we know that Teofimo Lopez is not a small 135-pounder. He was a big 135-pounder. A big 135-pounder. Sometimes the walk around weight can be like 150-ish, 150-ish, 160-ish. And that's bigger than those like, super welterweight. Super welterweight and middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So he's a big guy. He's a nice, strong, solid, and like I say, making 140 wasn't nothing for Tio. I just know that he, a lot of fighters get, they get tired of struggling as they work hard. Of course, they put the work in, but they get tired of struggling to make a certain weight at a certain weight class. And being a former franchise, also former unified champion, at 135, he's looking to make a statement. T.O. is looking to make a statement. And I know, if you really know T.O., he's looking to become undisputed again. Of course, it starts with flatting Josh Taylor, former undisputed 140-pound champion. So this is a major test for Teofimo Lopez. This is a very challenging fight, a very dangerous fight for Teofimo Lopez. But you gotta respect Teofimo Lopez for fighting the best. You have to respect Teofimo Lopez for stepping up to fighting the killer at 140 and the number one guy at 140 and one of the best fighters in the world pound for pound at 140. You gotta respect that, man. Let's continue.
Confident in this fight doesn't go past 6 to 8 rounds.
Teofimo, how does it end, my friend?
And at 25, becoming the Ring Magazine Undisputed. Hey, I'm looking forward to it, man. WBO world title, 2 world titles on the line. Let's get it.
Josh, his last fight in the Garden with Sandor Martin, was that a reliable indicator of who Teofimo is in the ring?
I don't know. All I can say that he didn't look too good in his last fight, but I'm not preparing for that last performance. I'm preparing to.
All right, so let's start right there. So you heard Teo. So Teo says he's looking to become Ring Magazine Undisputed lightweight champion. Like you heard him. He's on a mission at 140. He's on a mission. So it first starts with Josh Taylor. And to move up to 140 and to fight the best 140 pounder and one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world, that should tell you that Teo is all about being great. It's not just the money. The money is there. It's all about legacy with Teo. You know what I mean? He beats Josh Taylor, man. I'm telling you, like, he's already accomplished a whole lot at a very young age. A whole lot at a very young age. He beats Josh Taylor. This is a legacy-defining fight right here. I hope y'all understand. If you don't understand, I guess you don't know the sport. I guess you haven't been paying attention. I guess you really haven't been tuning in, or I guess you just don't know. But it's okay not to know, because for those who don't know, I'm gonna be one of the guys along with many others that's going to remind you and that's going to tell you why this is a legacy defining fight. So Josh Taylor says Teofimo Lopez didn't look that great in his last fight against Sandor Martin. I think it was a very close fight. It was very competitive. I think that Teo did enough to win the fight. It was very close, but I edged it for Teofimo Lopez. But I think that, it would be, I predict a better version of Teo versus Josh Taylor. Of course, it's going to be a better version. It has to be a better version. That version that fought Sandor Martin, and knowing that Sandor Martin is a very crafty, slick per boxer. You know what I'm saying? Boxer puncher, I'm sorry. And slightly a technical brawler. And his style is tough for anyone. I still feel some type of way. I still feel some type of way when it comes to Sandor Martin. I grew to respect him. And to appreciate his style as a fighter, and even appreciate him as a fighter. But I still was feeling some type of way when he went in there and he outboxed. In a very competitive fight, but he outboxed my guy and edged a unanimous decision over my guy, Mikey Garcia. But it's all good. I ain't. I'm gonna let that go. I'm letting it go, Sandor, because I'm gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it go. But yeah, Teo also went in there and made it and gave him a competitive fight. and Teo slightly edged, to win. Slightly edged the win. But yeah, this fight, technical knockout for Josh Taylor. Do you honestly see Josh Taylor knocking out Teo? Teo be smart. He works. He goes in. He's fast on his feet. He's on his toes. You know what I'm saying? He's picking his spots. He's being smart with his punch. He's been smart with his punch selection. He's been smart with his punch placement. He's working the angles. The pivot game is on point. The lateral movement. He working the jab a lot more. Setting up the 1-2, setting up the 1-2-3, setting up the 1-2-3-4. Whether it's the right, left, whether it's a jab, right cross, boom, left hook, or just sneaking the uppercut time to time. However he mix it up, use a jab, boom, hooks, throw over, sneak in an overhand right. I mean, however he mix it up, I just know that he's just going to have to be smart. I know he has to be smart with making the necessary adjustments and knowing when to get in, to get out. Because you can't make too many mistakes against Josh. I'm just being honest. You can't make too many mistakes against Josh Taylor. You can't make too many mistakes. Teo, you can't afford to make the mistakes. And the same thing with Josh Taylor, because Teo has good, decent amount of power. Even at 140, yeah. That power's still there at 140. Excuse me. It's the shot that you don't see coming very fast, or perfectly timed. Shot that you don't see coming on that chin or on that temple. And Josh can get hurt. Teo can very well get hurt as well. Let's continue to listen to a little bit more.
For the best version of Teofimo Lopez, but still, that's still not good enough to beat the likes of myself. He's going to say the same thing about my last fight. My last fight was a pile of dogs and that as well. So they both had crap last performances.
Let's ask him, Teofimo. Was Josh's fight against Jack Catterall, is that indicative of who he is, or was it an aberration?
It don't matter, man. To be honest, it don't matter. Who he fought was Jack Catterall, who's southpaw. I'm Orthodox, so I'm looking forward to putting on a show. Like I always do. Put him in front of me and I'll beat him. I don't need to see much more.
All right, listen, you called him the B word on Twitter. Okay, that's what.
Yeah, and also I wanted to get into that, because he actually took the words, Teofimo Lopez took the words out of my mouth, like the fight with Jack Catterall, the fight, with Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. I got to be honest with you. That fight was very close, but I felt that Josh Taylor did not win that fight. It was very close, but I felt that Josh Taylor didn't. It looked like he was a little off in that fight, and I think it was due to. It was due to what Jack Catterall was doing so well. It was throwing him off. It was hard for him to get into rhythm. All the way, he got in slightly and made the adjustments and pick the shots and end up being a war at times. But yeah, Jack Catterall most definitely won the fight. It was close though. So for those who had it for Josh Taylor, I respect that. Some people had it a draw. I respect that. Some people had it for Jack Catterall. I respect that. But yeah, I had it for Jack Catterall though. Let's continue before I end this video.
People do today. Were you hyping it up, or you really believe that?
Nah, man, I'm the best. Hey, like I say, man, I want the best and I fight the best all the time. I don't duck or dodge nobody, and I think Josh Taylor definitely knows that. So looking forward to this fight. Hey, and I just want to ask Taylor, shouldn't this fight be in the Mecca, not the theater?
I think it should be in the big one, yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It'll be big enough. I'm glad you guys agree.
I think we'll sell it out because you're going to talk some and I'm going to talk some. And you never had
It's
the
the
kahuna. You
magnitude.
never had the kahunas to come here tonight and face me. I've travelled over halfway across the world. You never be man enough to come and face me to say hello,
Josh.
to tell you you're going to get. I guess you just have to wait till I see you.
Josh, last time we spoke,
man.
you called him a brass neck. I had to look that up.
Yeah.
But also you said
I can't play too much. When he said he had to come chase Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo Lopez wouldn't want to come across the pond and fight him over there in the United Kingdom. That's what he's saying. But anyways, I know these guys got love and respect for each other. I know they respect each other as great great elite level fighters. And these guys got respect for each other. And I know, it's going to be a lot of love and good sportsmanship after the fight is over. Whether that's a unanimous decision, either way, split decision, either way, majority decision, either way, technical knockout, draw, whatever, I don't know. Or knockout, I don't know. But I know it's going to be a good fight. Based on styles, stylistically, it's very competitive. It's going to be very challenging for Teo and for Josh Taylor. Oh, man. I feel Josh Taylor wins, but Teo can win this fight. I really believe he can win this fight. Something is telling me Taylor, though, but I could be wrong. We shall see. Who wins this fight? Josh Taylor, Teofimo Lopez. This is a great fight, y'all. Trust me. This is a great fight. Y'all just get ready. Andrew Tucker World. I'm out. Much love and respect.